A clandestine night, a sorcerer downed, and a dangerous game of graveyard Jenga? Guys, gals, and MB pals, it's time for another episode of Let's Get Wildemount. I am your humble Dungeon Master, Gil the Vlogsmith, and with me are an amazing cast of friends. I'd like to introduce them to you, starting with my immediate, that direction, yes, Omega.
Oh, hello. My name is Omega, also known as Kjeldgaard. This is my channel. Hello, hi. I am playing Norvad, the Hollow One Way of Mercy monk.
Thank you. Nick.
Hi, I'm Nick the Tiefling. Happy to be here playing Ekris, the Tiefling Paladin, Oath of Vengeance.
Thank you. And Aki.
Hi, everybody. I am Aki, and I am playing Loom, your arcane trickster Ganassi rogue.
Thank you. Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I am playing Harmond, the Blood Hunter Lycan.
Thank you. Kelli.
I'm Kelli, and I was muting my phone because my mom kept messaging me. Hi, I play Odessa, your resident gunslinger and owner of very deep pockets.
And finally, Michael.
Hello, my name is Michael Sinclair II. I play Lirros, the Shatterkai Blood Cleric.
Thank you. So we'd like to shout out our sponsors for this episode, and we'll start with, let's go with actually Michael, if you may.
Here we go. Let's go, folks. In a world where we create and inspire, Mage Hand Press is the place to be. They've created a plethora of D&D 5e content for your perusal. That's a word. From the War Mage class, a base class that basically answers your question, can I play a character that only uses cantrips? For you, the Fey Folio, a complete book dedicated to all things Feywild, to dark matter, a 5e setting completed based in space with subclasses, items, and monsters galore. Check them out at store.magehandpress.com.
Thank you. Kelli.
Hi, I'm Kelli. I forgot to write an ad for today because I was at work, but you know what? It's easy to come up with an ad for Die Hard Dice because if you're like me, you're going to die with your dice. So if you're going to die with your dice, you might as well die hard. I'm just saying. Yes, that is correct. You can get a discount at Die Hard Dice by using code GETWILD with an E on the end. And trust me, they're definitely worth it. You'll look really cool while you die.
Thank you, Aki.
Are your pants legendary? Well, then you should know that in certain cultures, pants means underwear. Anyways, they can definitely become more legendary if you check out Legendary Pants, a new company that with dice to drink for. If you missed their wine dice Kickstarter, you should head over to their website where you can pre-order your set of wine dice today. From classic red wine and Vino Verde to champagne and even bourbon, which I'm a big fan of. These click-clacks can be shared amongst friends while you clink your drinks together with the glee. Head to their Kickstarter, head to their website and pledge today to grab your wine dice.
Nice. And Nick.
Hi, do you like coffee as much as I do? Because I tempt fate every day by having a giant pot of coffee right next to my computer.
Oh, geez.
Well, it's all right. If you do, check out Found Familiar because they make some of the best coffee roasts out there that I've ever had. Be sure to check out all their different ones because the artwork is incredible. It supports local smaller artists, and they're all D&D themed and RPG themed. They're so cool. Be sure to use the code GETWILD with an E for 10% off your purchase at Found Familiar.
Thank you. So Adventuring Kit. You can be one of Adventuring Kit's many alpha testers. It's in its new digital toolset, basically, that works for D&D and tabletop RPGs, from dice rolling to character notes. You don't get bogged down by complex systems, which is amazing. They have a use what you want philosophy and accessibility as its forefront thought. So Adventuring Kit is the perfect, basically it'll fill your void if you have any kind of tabletop needs and whatnot. But also remember to check out the Discord for more information. I believe they have a few things that are not quite enabled yet, but they are working on it. So check the Discord for more information. And finally, Omega.
Yo. I'm here to give a shout out to some amazing folk who make this thing possible, including D&D Beyond, which is your one-stop shop for your digital dice and D&D needs. There's a lot of D's in that sentence. From rolling dice to your character sheet to even building encounters for your players so you can destroy them with glee upon your face. Check out dndbeyond.com. We will be giving away a digital copy of the Explorer's Guide to Wildemount, which is the campaign setting we are using for this very show you're watching. We'll give it away at some point during the break, so just watch out for that. You must be in chat. Subscribers do have a second chance, an extra chance of winning that. So if you want to also support the show, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Secondly, shouting out Wizards of the Coast, D&D, who are hosting this show. Yes, you can also watch this right now at twitch.tv/DND. I need to learn the sign language for that. Teach me, Aki. Hey, thank you. And if you're watching over there right now, hello. Thank you so much for believing in the show and allowing a very diverse cast of folk to come grace your presence. Last but certainly not least, our friends over at Idle Champions is also a friend of ours. We do have a code in chat if you do exclamation code, and it is KAFSWAISGORA. The code will show up on the screen. Idle Champions is an amazing, fun game that's available on a plethora of platforms, and it basically brings your D&D faves into a miniature setting, fighting monsters and having a good old time. One of the most recent additions is Okera Eldrex, who you might know from Beyond Heroes over at D&D Beyond, now Heroes of the Plane at Demi-Plane RPG, also on D4, which is at D4. Really cool that they bring in folks in the community into this really cool game that everyone has loved and comes to love. So yeah, use that code to get an Electrum chest. And yeah, that's that. Thank you, folks, for being here.
And finally, I'd like to thank the man behind the curtain, Myth. He's been the glue that holds the stream together. Thank you so much, buddy. You do a lot for us. All right, folks, if that's all the announcements, then I believe it's time to get wild. All right. So, our adventurers sit down to rest after an encounter with a sorcerer with a lantern of some sort. It appears to be the source of the blight. And then, moments later, emerging from the ground, a large construct made of earth and tombstones and scattered with bones. They defeated it and are now resting a moment before venturing further. The cold of the night bites in as a bit of the droplets kind of form around your vestments, your clothes and whatnot. Earthworms writhe at your feet, having been recently unearthed. And the night is yours. What are you doing?
Well, there is a light down there at the bottom that I can kind of see, but I don't know much more than that. But it is a direction to go in once we get down there. We are going
Well,
to
I was
go
muted, but
down there, right?
Well, he was supposed to be drawing me a map, so let me go over there and just take my notebook back, because do not read my diary. So let's see. And Odessa looks at the drawing that she has been given, which is incredibly detailed, and
it's a very, very crude
amazing.
drawing.
Amazing.
He hands you the book, which he hasn't been looking through. He respects
I know.
your privacy, and But you can see he's sitting on a broken part of a headstone that's just basically a third of what a headstone is.
So what I'm seeing here is we have a very picture that needs to be zoomed in. A sad face where his family is. Does that mean that you're sad that? Oh, you're sad they're there. Okay, got it. And it looks like it's just a straight shot, friends. You got steps left and then right. That's it. That's fine, right? No, left?
Crypt that size seems right for a town the size of which we just left. So, unless there are some sort of secret passages or doors that not even he is aware of, I'm fine with straightforward. Oh dear.
Oh no. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Who
Where's
wants
our
to be the
spot
DM now?
I don't know, but Michael, I think you need to lean to your left.
Okay,
A
are we
little
going to
bit.
do this again?
Only Michael. Mike
Aw.
here's fine.
Oh.
There we go.
Right. So,
While we wait,
while we wait, I guess we can all talk to each other while we rest.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is.
I mean,
Is
I like the idea of a straightforward thing.
everybody
did I
feeling
leave
all
off?
right though?
I believe I had just given you the book back, right?
You didn't hear my description, which was fantastic, but yes.
Oh. All right. So you have it now ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Norvad, just kind of saunters over. Are we sure we want to venture down right now?
Well, I thought we were going to rest a little bit. I think some people are feeling pretty tired.
Well, I believe we have rested a little bit, but I do also believe that there are some who will not be completely rested unless we rest longer. I don't know if that made sense.
There are aspects of all of our abilities that benefit from sleep as opposed to not. But I think that if we are dealing with a hostage situation and there is a family's life at stake, then the longer we wait, the more in danger that family potentially is.
I'm only good for supporting at the moment, so as far as being useful in offensive capabilities, I cannot do that.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I can do pretty much everything that I can do. It's just that because I'm not fully healed up, it's going to be really risky otherwise.
Yes, are you still looking pretty bad?
I mean, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm as healed up as I could be on a short rest, but I wouldn't complain about a long rest. Plus, is this the only door in and out of their hideout, or?
From what we can
That's
tell.
what we know. Okay.
And it doesn't seem like the other two are competent enough to watch this place on their own.
I don't mind. I can stay up. I don't really have much to recharge except more bullets.
How do we feel about camping out here for the night? Just to ensure that they don't get past us, we can do watches, keep an eye on things.
How's Norvad looking about camping out in a graveyard?
You don't see any immediate like hesitation in a way, but you did notice when he walked in, he was a little shaken. He's kind of looked past that, but it's not really affecting him as much.
And if you folks were paying attention, Lirros looks super comfortable here, just as a FYI.
Yeah.
He's just lounging against the headstone, just kind of leaning back. Yeah.
Speaking of Norvad, could you remind me how tall your character is?
If you were to draw me into your book,
Mhm.
I would be about 6 foot.
Just 6 foot. Okay, no, I'm just making sure because I'm fairly sure my coat is dragging on the ground.
Oh, I do not need it.
But no, it's okay. I just think it looks adorable. That's all. But no, I can absolutely. I can watch everybody. I don't
I am
need to
also happy to take a shift of watch. I am actually doing pretty okay. I'm a little bit surprised.
How does everybody feel about that?
I can also take a watch and meditate while you all sleep.
Yeah, I can take a shift too if anybody wants it. Also,
You
Norvad,
are
if you
last.
want, oh.
You need sleep, friend.
Also,
You'll
Norvad,
have a day.
if you want, I took a cloak off the former sorcerer over there. If you want it.
I have no need for it.
All right.
I only need about half the time that most people need to get myself rested.
I
Well,
will say this dungeon master will allow you all to get a full rest, even if you do take shifts. If you're not doing the full, like let's say you do a 7-hour sleep
Mhm.
schedule, or even whatnot, and do a 1-hour watch, you'll get the full rest. You're basically with your companions there, and that's kind of how that would work.
Mhm.
If that's what you choose.
I'd like to go first. If that's okay.
You want to sleep first or take the first watch?
First watch is what I meant to say. Sorry.
How long are we making the watch? How long are we?
If there are 6 of us and this is like kind of a 6 to 8 hours sort of a deal, then like I can do 1 to 2 hours. That's fine with me.
I can definitely do 2 because I'll be fine.
You do have the vigil there as well.
But they're incompetent.
They're yeah.
Oh dear, is that what we've decided to? Okay, cool. Good night, everyone. Sleep well. I'll wake you up in a few hours, Odessa.
Got it. Thanks.
Okay, so everyone gets a little comfortable. I assume you have your knapsacks and whatnot on yourselves. You begin to unfurl them and make small little makeshift tents between the various headstones. Sleep is kind of rough here. I mean, you do get it. You do eventually fall asleep, but it takes a while. They're just having, even just being in the terrain of a cemetery and then having to deal with what has just happened. It takes a moment for you all to eventually close your eyes. But
what happens on Norvad's end specifically is that he won't sleep regardless, but he'll rest. However, when Odessa nods off, he's going to take the cloak and put it on them like an extra blanket. But then he will kind of go off on a side, maybe next to a tombstone or something. And as he sits cross-legged on the ground, he reaches into a pocket of his and he pulls out a small wooden like statuette. And he takes out another like small little knife and just starts to, oh no.
He was so good last week.
I was just going to ask
his child is
if
playing Minecraft.
Yeah, I was just going to ask if Loom had seen any, was watching or could see any of this since they had the first watch. But I will ask when Gil comes back.
Lost into the mines.
Yep, live theater, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. It
Yep.
happens. We'll be fine. There we go.
Oh no, now he's gone. Oh, there he is. Never mind.
Where did you cut out at your yeah?
You were right in the middle of saying something, and that's when I got cut
Okay,
off. So.
I was saying that he took off the cloak that Odessa gave him, coat, and he laid it on her like a blanket. But then he goes over to a side next to a tombstone, sitting down cross-legged, and he pulls out two things: a small little knife and a small wooden statuette of a bird. And he whittles at it for a second before whispering something underneath his breath.
What was that?
Hmm.
You just you said something, but I didn't hear it. Sorry, probably not my business.
Before he can actually say what he said, you see the figurine shift into a small little bird that flies onto his shoulder.
Oh.
Sorry, this is a friend of mine.
Hello, little friend.
I was just trying to make sure they were out for a bit. I don't get to see them often.
Do they have a name?
Woody.
Woody. It is nice to meet you, Woody. I am Loom.
Makes a few little clicking sounds, and you watch as the head of this little raven kind of doesn't really necessarily nuzzle, but will kind of lean it against the Norvad's head just outside his cloak.
They helped me when I came back, or as I wandered, I found them.
I see. It is good that you had someone.
I had someone else too, but they are not here. Not dead, just not here. Woody is a comfort.
That's good to have something to comfort you.
Do you have something to comfort you?
It is not complicated, but I am far from home, and I'm not sure I'll ever be able to go back. And I didn't leave on necessarily great terms. And most of my wanderings until I met all of you were wanderings I did on my own. You're the first people, the first group I've had in a very long time.
Do you miss home?
That is also a complicated question. I don't know that I've ever really had a home. I'm a wanderer by nature. Every place I find myself to be is home. And then when I leave that place, it is home no longer. Wherever place I land next is home for as long as I'm there. I'm a nomad.
Nomad. That sounds like it is fulfilling
It
in a way.
certainly can't be. Every day is a new adventure. Every new place is something to be joyous to explore. The ways that the different places show they are alive is always interesting to discover. And learning how other places and people and cultures define living. I don't know. The world is a jewel.
I guess I am a nomad too.
I think
In the sense that I don't know what my home was. I don't remember who I was before I rose. I seek to figure that out.
you want to return home someday.
I do not know.
Woody hops on to the other shoulder.
I think you have time to figure that out. Woody's very cute. Is he hungry?
I've never attempted to feed, for I don't eat, and I did not think he would.
Maybe have something, seeds or turkey or something. You hungry, Woody?
You watch as Woody's head basically kind of tilts every now and then, and the big beady eyes just blink at you.
Maybe you found a companion that is suited to the same needs you have.
Perhaps I have. Thank you for helping me on my journey.
I think you and I are not the only nomads in this group, Norvad. I think that's how we all found each other in the first place. Wanderers looking for something to call home.
Perhaps that is true. Well, I should try to rest so I don't sleep.
Rest so you don't sleep?
Rest, though I am sorry, I struggled with words.
You're okay. I think I understand you now. But yes, rest is a good thing.
Do you have, before I rest, do you have a favorite beast or something you like?
I don't remember it very well. But when I was very young, I have a vague memory of a sand cat. I just liked the way they ran. They were very fluffy. They would sorry, it was a long time ago and I was very small. I might not be remembering things correctly. But yeah. I I like sand cats.
Thank you. This is good information.
Do you have a favorite animal or beast besides Woody?
I do not think so.
Oh, I feel like I should amend my statement. There is one other beast that I really enjoy. His name is Harmond.
Okay. This is good information. I will leave you be.
Good night, Norvad.
And as I go back into my chillness, I'm actually going to find a piece, a branch or something that's around, and I'm going to start whittling what I think a sand cat looks like. I'll be doing that during my, and I have my wood carver's tools and all that.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me a, let's see, either a performance or a dexterity, regular dexterity.
Okay. Don't add proficiency. I am proficient in wood.
Oh, then yes, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Absolutely.
Thank you. That's cocked. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 22.
22. Okay. Okay. For the next, I want to say several, like let's say an hour and a half, you begin to take a small chunk. And actually, believe it or not, there's not a whole lot of branches around in this area. There's actually most of the cemetery is devoid of any kind of shrubbery or trees in general, but you find a piece of an old shovel that was used for grave digging around this area, and it splintered. So you figured, I could probably use that, and you begin to, whittle away at it, and your skills have led you to this point, basically, and you perform what you think is a very decent looking cat. Loom, you go ahead and roll me perception first of all as you take your watch. But and throughout the course of your watch, you can hear every now and then a little knife as he shaves off pieces.
You are muted.
You are muted.
Is it 12?
12. Okay. You're with your I think you have a passive 13, correct?
Yes.
All right. So you don't really notice anything other than the farmer's getting a little fidgety. He's looking at you all basically resting. He's trying to do his best to rest as well. The Goliath is kind of taking the watch with you for the most part, and is just rooted facing the north for the most part, though, just sitting down and looking back every now and then at you all.
Loom will probably say to the farmer, "We're going to get your family, but you're no good to us if you're exhausted. Please try to sleep."
I know. I just... Okay. All right. Okay. So he wrestles with himself for a moment, and he actually gets up and takes a position in the middle of all the rest of you, and just begins to find himself an area. And while he doesn't have a knapsack, one of the vigils has enough of a blanket to form somewhat of a sleeping bag of sorts. Yeah, and is able to find some comfort there. He rolls up his a little bit of his leather pouches that he has on his belt for a pillow, and eventually, after about give or take an hour or so, he does find sleep.
After my watch is complete, I go over and I kind of gently touch Odessa's shoulder and give it a little bit of a shake.
What? Hi. What?
It's your turn.
Am I at a graveyard?
Yes, you are.
Right. And so she stands up and kind of pulls her coat. She notices that he put her coat back on her, and she smiles, and she pulls it on and snaps it to the sides of her corset. All right. Get some sleep, eh?
All right, so 2 hours have gone by, Odessa. It is now your watch. Norvad, are you still awake, whittling? I know you basically you completed the sand cat.
Yeah, I mean, I never really sleep. I am just kind of just relaxing. I'm gonna
Right,
take
just
the
kind of-
official next watch after Odessa, but right now I'm just kind of chill.
You watch as Loom has now just awoken Odessa and is about to go lay themselves down. So if you wanted to do anything else with that, your sand cat.
I guess perfect it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not,
you,
just
you
keep
sit
it
there
chill.
and you have the form now. Now you're just carving little tufts of fur into it, just little tiny grooves. And okay, Odessa, go ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
Okay. 14.
14. Similarly, you look around and you watch now as Sundra has taken over for the large Goliath at Zaldek and is still kind of staring at the northern region of the cemetery, while you all seem to basically have the southern parts mostly watched over. Again, you'll occasionally crane your head over there just to see how things are. Everyone seems to
Okay.
be asleep other than you and so yeah, if you had anything you wanted to
Yeah.
do at this moment.
So, all right. So Odessa will kind of head over to where the steps are leading down to the mausoleum and sit on the little wall that's next to the steps and reach into her coat and take out a revolver and empty it first. And then she just starts like field stripping her revolver,
Okay.
cleaning it, looking around. That doesn't take her too much time. So she starts to get bored again. And then she just reaches into her. She notices Norvad, and she figures maybe he wants to be by himself right now. And puts her weapon back together, and then reaches into her coat and pulls out a really torn up book and just starts reading. But every once in a while, she's just like looking over the top of it.
Yeah, every third page or so, you'll kind of do a little pop up. Every now and then, you'll kind of get a little bit more engrossed with the story, and you realize, oh no, and then get back into the watchdog mode. So, all right, is there anything else that you wanted to do?
No, I think that'll do it.
All right. So
Who was next?
I'm sorry.
Lirros was going to take the next watch. Okay. So, about the time that it would be, she kind of goes over and puts her stuff back on her backpack, and then she reaches out really gently and just like touches his foot, like shakes his foot.
Yes.
Hiya, it's your turn.
I
It's
see.
very boring. I hope you brought a book.
I find places like this really entertaining, so I think I'll be fine.
Entertaining? What? Okay, now I'm interested, and I do not want to go back to sleep. Why do you find graveyards entertaining?
I guess you can say the places where left behind information or memories or secrets are a lie, and I just like to think about those things.
Are you talking about like ghosts?
I guess sometimes, but not that I've seen any.
Are you looking right now? Are there ghosts right now?
None that I see.
She looks disappointed. Okay, well,
I'll let you know if I find something interesting if you'd like.
Yeah, if you see a ghost, let me know. That'd be so cool. Thank you. As she goes back over to her pack and just kind of nestles back down and zonks out.
All right. So, Lirros, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Yeah, and before I do that, I'm going to find a nice like higher point in the cemetery. If there's like someone who has like a, I don't know what you call it, like it's not sarcophagus, but like, someone has like an actual structure that houses like, it's a more refined structure to
Sure, there actually is a mausoleum to your southwest, and it was one of the ones that was near the center of the cemetery, but it's within, I would say, like 100 feet from where you are all camping there, and you can get up there easy enough. and on the very, very top, there's like a small domed structure that has a large bird on top of it in a form of like copper clad, probably stonework of some kind, but copper clad, but has been patinaed over time over the rains and various things. You do find it's kind of like little cupola that you make yourself into there. And go ahead and roll me that perception if you could.
I'll scramble up there and then I'll do the cool anime lean onto the.
All right. Right. Yeah. I mean, the pillars are. I mean, the roof itself is not really meant to house anyone, so you're basically right at the very, very top there. But you can still see everything below you just as
Sounds
fine.
good. Okay, that's not bad. It's better than an average Michael roll. So 16 total.
16. Okay. So actually, on your way up to that area, with overall the time spent up there, and on your way back, after your time is up, you notice that the glow from the torch that was down deep into the mausoleum is no longer there, or the light anyway, the light source itself is no longer there.
The place that we were focused on to venture to next.
Basically, yes. Loom had mentioned that they found some kind of glow down in there when they peered into the darkness, right? And let you all know, and that was the way that was left, basically, until just now, where you see the glow is no longer there.
So Loom went to go rest. They're resting. They took the first, so I gotta figure out something. I'm going to, as I walk to the rest of the group, I'm just gonna, at this moment, I'm going to try and think. So Lirros knows that Loom went to sleep. They need a couple more hours to kind of be on the up and up, and we need someone to kind of perceive that place.
Actually, you would know that Loom was the one person who really didn't need sleep.
Oh, perfect. Then I will gingerly lightly make my way over to Loom where they're sleeping.
Okay, you hop down from the mausoleum. You again, the moon is illuminating most of this cemetery here. There is fog every now and then, patches of fog that slowly move over the landscape. You do make your way back. You find everyone pretty much at sleep, the only other person you see up other than you is Norvad, just basically kind of stilling himself, and then there is another member of the vigil that is taking the northern watch again.
Are you actually resting, Norvad, or are you just are you in a restful phase, or are you like basically aware?
He is with short and long rest for him, because technically you don't actually have to sleep to a long rest, you just have to not be doing shit. He's just kind of chill, but I don't actually need it.
Okay.
I don't need it completely, at least, as long as I'm not doing nothing too hectic. But no, yeah, you can tell that he is as awake as he usually is, but just not moving. Woody's on the raven's on his shoulder, like having a conversation.
Every now and then you hear a little click from the raven pal, and that's about it. That's about as all the noise that you really hear. An occasional owl far off in the distance.
Norvad, are you? I've noticed something different over at the place of interest that we had Loom look into. The lighting has changed since the last time we looked at it.
Do you think we should do some investigating?
I believe so, but do you want to go by yourself? I don't think I'm very useful in something like that. I can wake up Loom if needed.
I would not want to disturb. I will go see what is going on.
I will stand back where the entrance is to the place, so just in case you need my assistance.
I do not foresee a fight, but If it comes to that, I will let you know.
You have a raven on your shoulder, right?
Yep.
I the raven for a split, not for a split second, but like during our conversation, I'm like kind of looking towards the raven ever so often and just trying to figure out what that raven's about. Not asking you about it, but that's during that conversation that happened.
He likes you.
He's a good company, and so am I. So I can see, why he'd be appreciative.
He is not the aggressive type. So, and with that, I think he actually flies off my shoulder and
He
like,
watches you. You can hear
hovers over Lirros and attempts to land on Lirros.
Interesting. Well, we've met many beings like him, and he does seem more gentle than the others.
His name is Woody.
Woody.
I named him because he was a wooden bird.
Oh,
It made sense.
well, Woody's quite unique, and I'm happy to keep him company for a while.
All right. He does not understand conversation, and he starts to slowly head down. But he does say, if it does get bad, I do believe Loom was quite capable even after the encounter. They probably would not be against being awaken.
I understand you all the same, and I will make sure that they are awake.
Thank you.
So, Norvad, as you walk over, are you taking Woody with you?
No.
Okay. So the raven, little wooden raven friend, has now perched on top of the entrance to the mausoleum and is slowly watching Norvad head to the entrance there. The awake member of the vigil will look back at you and kind of perk up a little bit and try to get your attention without really making any kind of noise. It basically kind of flags you down, Norvad.
Do you need something?
Yes, I just wanted to know, what are you heading down there? This gentleman, he's an elven male. He's got really long ears and dark hair, kind of a tannish skin, and just kind of staring at you.
He's not part of the vigil?
He is part of the vigil.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, who are you? Lirros confirmed that there is something that has changed, and since I am awake, I am going down.
Do you need company?
Are you able to assist? Can you be quiet?
Yeah. No, yeah, I can be quiet.
I would like to check out his facial features and mannerisms to see if he's actually able to do this.
Go ahead and roll me an insight check.
Yeah, 23.
23. He thinks he can do it. He looks pretty, anxious. He looks like he's curious more than anything, being that no one has done anything for about 3 hours now, or maybe almost close to 4 now, and seeing you get the initiative to walk down in there has spurred up something inside him, and you can tell he's, the vigil seems to be a little bit on the bloodlusty side. They haven't seen a whole lot of action, and they kind of jumped at it initially when the whole thing happened earlier in the night. Again, just being commoners, they weren't able to do a whole lot, but we're still in the fight, as it were. So you can tell that he's in the right headspace for it. He wants to help. That's about all you can really ascertain at this point.
I am not going down to intercept Or
Oh no. I understand that. I just you may need some company. That's all.
if you insist, then that is fine.
All right then. You lead the way. He kind of like you see his long sword at his side there, and he's got a what appears to be another short sword tucked near the back there. Again, dark vestments, as all the vigil have that, like the dark charcoal gray, black vestments. They look assorted. They don't look like they're planned necessarily, but something that they may have had in their closet and just kind of put on for the effect.
How far is it? Like how deep is the hole?
Well, you can't see the bottom now. Do you have night vision or dark vision?
I do not. However, I will reach down with my left hand and pick up a small little rock, and from my shoulder down, it'll begin to glow. And as it touches the rock, the rock will also glow as I cast light
Right.
on it.
Okay. The elven man there is quite surprised and goes, "Oh, okay, all right. Well then, after you." And
I'm gonna drop the rock in the hole first to see.
So okay. You drop it and it clatters about like 5 steps down below. You can now see that the stairs leading from this false sarcophagi goes down at about like a 45-degree angle.
Gotcha.
Straight down, and you go ahead and make a perception check. Just initially here. As you drop it down, it begins to echo.
Nope, 21.
21. Okay, and you can hear the echo kind of last for a moment there. You'll hear, and you hear it reverberate back eventually. And you're not too sure at the distance here. It's just the echo of the little pebble, but you can't really tell how far it went down below. You know that there was a torch at some point down this hallway, so
seeing that, that's what I thought, and I will start to go down.
Okay. Do you pick up the rock with you?
Yeah.
Okay. As you nearby it, you hear a little click from your raven friend as you now enter out of his view, and the elven man, who is named Krev, will just basically be right behind you, keeping about 10-foot distance, just to give you enough space there in case you need it. And as you enter, you notice that the walls are fairly narrow. You can place your hands both on either side. It's about 4 feet wide. And walking down, again, you notice the light from the torch is no longer there. The air stills around you, and you can hear every step echo in front of you, including Krebs' steps behind you. The smell of recent rain and moisture basically leave you now and are replaced with a new musky smell. These stones are partially wet from the drizzle and the fog from that night. And how far are you willing to go down here now?
I haven't seen any other light yet.
No, none.
How far down have I gone?
Right now, you're probably around the 50, 60 foot mark. And every footstep, you hear the echo still continue down further. Actually, right around the 60-foot mark, you notice that there is a sconce on the wall that has been removed, or the torch that normally goes in there has been removed now.
He's trying to decide. Okay. He turns and looks at Krev.
Yeah.
I am unsure if we should go forth, but there is something moving down here. I don't want to initiate a conflict.
The elven gentleman will kind of point down below you. Well, I can see pretty far, and I don't see anything beyond the end there. And again, pointing off into the distance there, he claims to see some sort of landing or platform, possibly an end to this staircase.
Oh. Let's go a little bit further, but only to look, not to act.
Understood. You know, obviously you're in stage whispers here, but he'll kind of just nod his head and go, "Yeah, understood," under his breath.
And I'll continue going forward, but I'll kind of stealth a little bit just to make sure that I'm not making.
Go ahead and roll
sound.
stealth, and he will too.
I will. Does he? He seems nimble.
He seems nimble. Yeah, he's
I'm gonna cast guidance on him because I don't trust him.
All right, a D4, yeah.
Yeah. I should not trust him.
Hey, not bad. A 4 added to that, and that will be a total of. Okay. Would you roll?
18.
All right. So he rolled a 14 total, and
I'm glad I did that.
oh yeah, no kidding. Now he's kind of walking with you, and he's trying to match your footsteps. Actually, he's kind of trying to go into that rhythm so that not to alert if anyone else is down here, that would not to alert your numbers basically. And you do eventually make your way to that area down below, and your stone can illuminate now a pathway ahead of you and two pathways to your sides. Basically, you have like a crossroads kind of thing where the stairs were at the end of that.
Oh yeah, I get to the bottom and there's left and right and there's nothing in front, or there is a pathway in front?
There's a pathway in front and there are two pathways to the side, yeah. And you can't see beyond your stone's radius there. And they go deep and you can't see the end of them. There are no features here other than various sconces that again have been removed of their torches.
Okay. Yeah. I note this, let's say. I was worried that something potentially would come up, but if nothing, it's showing its face or presence. Potentially, we can just head back and let that be known.
Okay, he'll say to you, he kind of just nods again and just wary about just being underneath the earth for so deep underneath the top of the ground there, and he'll just kind of look around. He's following you at this point, so if you wanted to head back up.
Yeah, he's gonna head back up. He just doesn't want to do this by himself. Also, I want to make sure other people get to speak. But yeah, he'll head back out. And when he gets back to the top, he'll see Lirros. Something definitely is moving, but nothing struck out, which makes me believe they either know we are above or they are protecting themselves.
And Lirros, you hear a right next to your ear as the bird Woody has now flown right by your ear and landed on Norvad.
I think, despite not everyone getting rest, we may need to investigate further. This is not ideal to wake everyone up at this moment, but I don't think we have a choice, and we know that there's a family down there, so.
Well, I will do as you believe is pertinent. I just also do not believe they will come up unless they are a sacrifice. Oh, I understand now why this could be bad.
Indeed. Can you support me getting the rest awake?
DM, are there any like rocks or small objects around me on the ground?
There are several rocks and small objects. Yes, you recently fought a grave golem who is now just basically rubble next to your feet here as your companions lay.
Great. I'm going to pick up a couple of things and just start chucking it at the party. Not
Roll
to hurt
me,
them.
roll me attacks for each one of them.
Lirros will not intervene. This is a lesson that Norvad can learn on his own.
This is great.
No.
As a note, as you pick up the first one and you kind of start like looking at one of your companions, the elf has now walked away. He just does not want any part of this.
And they're like small sticks, maybe one rock, but like a small one.
Okay, all right, I hear you. Well,
but-
pebble size, sure.
Yeah. Unarmed strikes, or should I guess do?
Yeah, unarmed. Yeah,
improvised?
but,
Okay.
hold on.
Improv weapon.
Improvisation. Yeah,
So that's-
improvisational weapon.
Strength.
I think you can choose.
I don't remember. Okay, sure, it'd be dex, but I'm not proficient.
These are technically thrown objects, so they would be dexterity.
Oh shit, you're correct.
It's how I do it.
Damage.
I lie. I am definitely proficient then. That's a 13 on the first one.
Okay, Loom, does 13 hit? Nope. Okay.
I mean, we could say that it hit me, but it doesn't wake me up.
Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Very well.
That's 21.
I mean,
Okay.
that hits me.
Harmond, does that hit you?
That definitely hits Harmond.
Okay. You basically hit you right in the rib section.
That's gonna hit. That's an 18 on a die.
Okay. Odessa's at 18. Oh, 18. Oh yeah. Plus some stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
and then a 19.
And then Ekris, finally a 19.
19 does hit. Yeah.
Okay, so everyone basically except for Loom gets woken up with various sticks or pebbles. I'm gonna say that pebble went to Harmond because that looked like it might have hurt.
Ow. Why?
Did I hurt you? I was attempting to wake you up as fast as possible.
You threw a rock at me.
It was a
Norvad.
small walk.
Rocks hurt, Norvad.
Would you want to throw a rock at me in retaliation? I give you permission to throw a rock at me in retaliation.
No, just
Harmond, there is a juicy rock just at your foot. It's actually part of a headstone that was crumbled.
I'm not gonna. Nora, just shake me awake next time, all right, buddy? Oh shit! Ow. Okay. All right, it's time to get up. Let's go.
So
Okay.
as your companions stir,
Any of you.
except for Loom, you begin to kind of see them just, groaning every now and then, not getting their full sleep. However, this does count as a short rest, so if you wanted to use any of your hit dice, you may do so.
I did not wake Loom up, but I assume I should not throw anything else.
So, all right,
Did-
the rest of you are now stirring awake, and Loom is still asleep. The elf has now gone and roused his companions, hoping not to have any kind of objects thrown at them by you, Norvad, and just making sure that they're all rousing up now.
I'm going to go to Loom and wake them up, but I'm going to be behind their right shoulder to tap them because I'm familiar with people who are good with daggers and covert in their methods, and waking one up right in front of them, usually not advised. So Lirros is going to be careful in the manner that he wakes up Loom.
Okay, Loom, well, that information, what do you do?
Well, Luma's left-handed, just as you know. But when you tap on their shoulder, they kind of make this sort of like, I want to wake up. Please leave me 5 more minutes.
Loom,
Huh?
you need to wake up now. I'm not going to wake you up an additional time and then serve you breakfast. There's things that must be done.
Okay. Wait, what's going on? Why is everybody awake? Is it morning? What's going on?
No, it seems to be that the conditions of our point of interest in the lower layers have changed, and it does bring some concern to me and Norvad in the sense that there's a family down there, and we would like to know if we can bring them back to safety.
Oh, so we're popping off a little bit sooner than we thought. Got it. All right. Point me at the bad guy that I need to stab.
Wonderful. I would love to. This is the way.
I walk over to Ekris and Odessa, just kind of staring at them. Did I hurt you as well? You also have permission to throw things if I did.
No, I'm fine. I'm actually kind of glad we're heading down there sooner. I want to try and help reunite the family.
Odessa has the narrowed eyes of an older sibling who has dealt with many things thrown at them to wake them up. She picks up the stick and throws it at Norvad.
Roll attack.
It was what did you say? I don't remember.
Dexterity.
Improvised weapon, unarmed strike.
Sure, whatever that's gonna be. That's gonna be great. It's not gonna be great. No, that's not gonna be good. That's gonna be a natural 20, actually.
Oh my god.
So you're rolling a d4. You're actually rolling 2 d4 here. Then add your dexterity modifier.
Yeah, because she woke up. You would have heard her go, "What the hell, Jackie?" And then realize.
I feel like CB was counting on catching a projectile, but that 20 coming in.
I think CB was counting on Kelly's rolls.
Wow.
So that
You
was
see
2D.
that face?
2d4, and then go ahead and add your dexterity modifier.
2021, you fuck around. You
You
sometimes
find
find out.
So that kind of sorry, but not really. That's 9.
9 points of damage
9?
square at your forehead, Norvad. I mean, this thing had precision. Tink, and it was in fact that another little pebble. Just ooh, hurts a little bit, stings for sure.
Mechanically, I could have still caught it, but flavor-wise, this is too great. Nope. I get. Oh. I think I deserve that.
You absolutely did.
Woody has flown off at this point. Has not.
Even Woody's like, nope, bye.
We're gonna have a talk about how you wake up your family, Norvad. And she just starts stalking over towards the mausoleum.
Okay.
I think I did something wrong.
Just as a general note, usually the traditional way to wake people up is to give them a gentle shake. Sometimes not even that is required. Sometimes you can just call to them and they'll wake up.
I did not want to be loud, but
You
I
can always say,
understand.
"Wake up, you lazy asshole." I mean, just saying.
Is that a way of being woken up that you are particularly used to, Harmond?
My ex-wife used to do it all the time. Anyway, tomb time.
All right. So
Intrigued?
you watch as the vigil has now kind of risen up too, and they're partially debating on whether to wake the farmer, but seeing as that he knows the location, the whole area better than any of you, they have gone and given him a little bit of a shove and whatnot. There are 3 that of the vigil that basically stand out in front while you prepare yourselves to venture down below, and that is actually a good spot to take a break before we head down inside. So CB.
Heck yeah. Thank you all for being here. We will be getting that giveaway started to win the digital copy of Explorer's Guide to Wildemount. Make sure you're in the chat for that. Look out for the hashtag that will come up in about 3-5 minutes. Subscribers do have an extra chance of winning. So if you actually want to support this show, feel free to subscribe and do all those things if you want to. We'll be back very, very soon. See you all.
And welcome back. All right, folks, we have or rather the wild ones have just now been roused up, awakened on a pretense of possibly going after the other entity that's down there. Everyone except Loom has now been woken up as well. A little cranky, but maybe the
Loom is fine.
Oh, Loom, there you go. The Loom is fine. All right, so everyone, I want a marching order as you head down there. The pathway down below is fairly narrow. We have about 4 feet between each wall, so you can basically, put your hands on either side there.
I think I would like to go first.
Actually, the farmer is going to basically kind of like also put his hand up to be near you, if not close, if not in front of you. Depending on how you interact with him, he'll just basically, just kind of.
You're going to stay right behind me.
He's
Guide me as I go.
Okay.
He's going to stay right behind Norvad as he pushes him behind.
Okay. So it's right now.
Yeah.
It's Norvad.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Loom.
Norvad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Loom ahead, and then the farmer.
I have dark vision, so it makes sense for me, and I'm the rogue, so I'm happy to go first.
All right, who's behind the farmer?
Ekris would probably be closer, just wanting to try and help the farmer.
Okay, perfect.
Don't make about that farmer.
There was a farmer had a.
Then we have
Family.
Harmond, Lirros, and Odessa. What are we?
The wild ones were their names.
I would assume in front of Lirros because I think Lirros said that offensive is not great right now.
Yep, I'm gonna in the back because very back because I know that we're going to a place that's not secure, and I'm the person who does the healy buffy, and I'm gonna be in the back.
Zaldek will be right behind you, Lirros, if that's okay. If you're not, then he can go ahead of you. Sorry, not Zaldek. No, Sundra.
Sundra's in front of me.
All right.
Odessa purposely straightens her shoulders and stands up so that Sundra can't see over her.
Okay. Yeah, you see her every now and then as you guys head down. All right, so Odessa.
Odessa
and Harmond,
woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Oh yeah, I'm still wiping the sleep from my eyes. I'll be taking up the rear.
All right, so Lirros, you're behind Harmond there. Harmond, you're second to last, basically.
I'm gonna if there's an RP moment, I'm going to like kind of push Harmond up in front of me.
Okay, all right, I got it.
Yeah, you watch, basically he's kind of dragging behind, and you kind of just push him a little bit forward. And all right, so we have Loom in front, Norvad directly behind. So yes, you all head down, and the rest of you can now see the various state of this whole staircase. Now you walk down, you all of you now notice that there's not a whole lot of light down here. Norvad, do you still have your stone illuminated?
I will have picked up the stick that Odessa threw at me, and
Okay.
I will actually, that's not true. I would have picked it up and like pocketed it for different reasons.
Okay.
But he will grab his quarterstaff
and like that.
Yeah, like
Okay.
the tip of it. Yeah.
So now this glow is illuminating down ahead of you. And you guys can all now hear the clamoring of the steps echoing as you walk down to eventually now you're at the 50-foot mark. Everyone go ahead and roll me a perception check just as you enter down here.
I cast guidance on myself.
There we go.
Okay.
That's better.
Rolled some natural one.
Oh no.
Natural one. You're in the back. Harmond, you can't really see a whole lot.
Odessa's still mad. 13.
22.
17 for me.
All right.
19.
Not bad.
Pray
All right,
none of
so-
you actually has to ever deal with me when I wake up.
23 for me.
Right. So as you now head down this area here, you basically come across the very bottom of these stairs, and you see a directly ahead of you, a pathway, and then to your sides, 2 more pathways, right? One and to your left and your right. At this point in juncture, you notice that the air is still, quite cold, being underground and just still. And you can, the 3 of you in front who rolled pretty well, you can faintly smell a burning of some kind, like if something has been like lit on fire, like a candle, or it smells a little bit more
Fragrant?
fibrous, I guess.
Fibrous, okay. I will just say, I'll say to Loom, I mean, other people can hear it, but it's still that whisper tone.
Sure.
This is as far as I got before. I did not want to continue on. So I do not know which way they went.
That was probably a wise decision. I can go ahead a little bit and see if I can't determine which way they might have gone.
And the farmer just points off to your left there. And Odessa, you do also have the map in your book.
Yes, she does. And if people had been nice, she could have shared it with them again.
The farmer will point off there and almost out of instinct begin to kind of just walk.
I mean, she did go over it with them, by the way.
Okay.
When she first was given it. But yes, now.
Sure. Right.
Now they
yeah.
have lost
they
privileges.
They know of its existence. They're not necessarily sure of the ins and outs of it. But again, it's a poorly, crudely drawn map, which again, if she wishes to share with you, well, you'd know. So at this point, the farmer again points off and is set to begin walking. You can kind of see
if he's going to try and push past either Norvad or myself, we're not going to let him do that.
All right. Fair enough. So you kind of still him and he goes, okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. Onward. And he just kind of points off.
I'm going to kind of skip up maybe an additional 10 or 15 feet ahead of everybody else.
Okay, go ahead and
I'm going to, as I see they're starting to go forward, I can kind of ascertain what they're doing. You can, Loom, you would be able to tell. Yeah, he's a monk, but he is very at home being sneaky, being stealthy. Just so that's known, but he will note that you're going forward and he'll cast guidance on you.
Oh, thank you. I want to roll a stealth check if that's okay.
Yes, you may.
And I'd add an additional plus for roll a d4 as well.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, I'm going to need it because that was a terrible roll.
Sarah already knows all.
Oh, that's a little bit better. So that's a 14 altogether.
14, not bad. You can't ultimately, deafen the entire footsteps of your gate here. It still makes some kind of noise, and but for the most part, you think you don't see anything ahead of you. You have, I think, dark vision up to 60 feet. 30 feet?
60.
60 feet. It should be 60. Yeah. You can see now the end of the hallway, and it goes in as you're facing forward into it. It turns right, so it basically now parallels the staircase that you had walked down.
Yeah, just gonna slowly continue to make my way forward until it seems like until it looks like. Until I can locate that light again is what I'm on the lookout for, really, is I want to see if I can.
You see nothing within your 60 foot, you see nothing. And even further down, you don't really see any kind of glow from beyond. You now have crested that 90-degree bend back towards the right there. You sneakily move your head into view, again, seeing nothing. Just darkness all the way down. I will say that this entire hallway has opened up somewhat, and you can now stand about 2 wide.
I will kind of hold there for a minute, like kind of crouch down and kind of keep my eyes forward and wait for the party to kind of catch up.
Sure. And Norvad, you eventually, come up beside them, and the farmer right beside you, and pausing for a moment just to kind of assess the situation there. And he will whisper to your ears, "It's down that way, just straight away. There's a door there.
Thank
Beyond
you.
that, a chamber." That's where my family is, and potentially that other sorcerer.
Thank you for your assistance. Now stand back.
Yeah, Ekris will put a hand on his
Yep.
shoulder. Just be like,
And he doesn't fight yet. He realizes that you seeing what you did to both the sorcerer and that grave golem, he now understands that you are definitely poised for attack and prepared. So he'll allow himself to sink away there. Okay, so now Loom and Norvad, you can technically go 2 wide here if you want to.
While they get set up to do that, because Lirros is very inquisitive about people and their intentions, I kind of want to do an insight on the farmer to see if he's like genuinely afraid or if he seems oddly calm.
Go ahead and roll an insight.
Yeah. Michael roll, so you probably don't need to know it. 2 plus
2
5,
plus
7.
oh.
Yeah, it's just a 7.
You're still in the far back. You can't even get a bead on him with all your companions in between. Odessa's frame is definitely blocking your view at this point.
Cool.
And also
He
she
got a
seems
donk.
kind of moving out in tune with Sindra just to what was said? I missed that. I missed it. Dang.
Lirros only looks at people respectfully, okay? So he's just he's just looking at the looking at the farmer. That's what was happening.
Understood. Again, so Odessa's kind of like moving back and forth in time with Sundar just to kind of irritate her somewhat, in the whole trying to look over.
Maybe she shouldn't have tried to make me feel bad for looking how I do. Just saying.
So, okay, and let's see. So now at this point, Norvad and Loom, you can now see, Loom, the door ahead of you. It's closed, and again, the doorway itself is about 4 feet or so, and the walls of the walkway here, this hallway here, have now grown out to about 10 feet. Door is placed basically right smack in the middle of this hallway.
Yeah. How far away from it is it at this point? Is it?
It's about 50 feet away. I mean, it
Cool.
got into view, at 60 feet because of your vision, but you're now right now about 50 feet away.
Loom kind of turns over their shoulder to kind of address the farmer. Where was this person of a similar level of magical prowess as who we fought above ground?
No, I don't think so. I believe it was some kind of apprentice.
All right, then it is possible that I'm going to move ahead again just to make sure that there are no traps.
How far ahead are you moving?
Yeah, I'm going to try and keep about 10 to 15 feet ahead of the
10,
group.
15 feet.
Just
All
kind
right,
of
so
testing, checking for traps, making sure there are no loose
go ahead
pebbles
and
or
roll for
like
me.
sigils that that might get triggered. I'm rolling what for you again? Perception?
Yeah, investigation, trap checking.
Investigation. Cool.
Did that guy just say that we are attacking?
Oh my
the
god,
sorcerer's
what are
apprentice?
these rolls?
Sorry, y'all invited me to your party. Everyone gets them.
That's okay. I'm making obscure Fantasia and classical music jokes. You go right ahead.
I'm a victim of digital dice rolling today. That's only 11.
Only 11. Okay, so you make your way to the door there. You're looking around, looking for any kind of carved. Is it sigil or sigil?
It is sigil.
Okay,
It's
you
sigil.
got me like,
Sigil
hold on, what is it now?
obviously- no, sigil is
The
not
curse,
how it's
it's
For now, the
pronounced,
joke.
but it
All
is
dungeon
it
masters.
is the joke.
Yeah.
So
So you're looking at the stonework around the frame there. You don't see anything pop out at you. You're looking down at the doorknob. It looks like a normal doorknob. There doesn't seem to be any kind of string or anything. You can't really see all that well, but it's just a wooden door in front of you. And you
Right.
can't hear anything at this point. So you're looking at the you're putting your ear next to the door, and you're noticing no shuffling, no lowered voices of any kind.
then I will once again kind of hunker down and wait for the party to reach me.
Okay. Norvad eventually makes their way towards them, and again, so the farmer is back, but he's he looks not apprehensive, but very, he's almost to his family. So he looks somewhat excited. He's still shaking, just hoping that things are all right there. Eventually, the rest of the party moves up to where you are all at. What do you do?
While we're underground and going through, Harmond would like to keep an eye out for any signs of fey fiends or undead, like any evidence of their presence in the area.
How large is that radius?
It's not really a radius. He's just kind of more keeping an eye out for.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. For the most part, as you passed through these halls, you'll see large. Go ahead and actually roll me investigation. Just give me an investigation check.
And would my Hunter's Bane apply to that, or?
No, I don't think. No, Hunter's Bane is just.
Just tracking, right?
Yeah, just tracking. Correct.
Okay. That is 23.
23. As you're watching your companions move up and whatnot, and you are near the back, near where Lirros is, and Sundra and Odessa, and you're taking a moment to look at the stonework around you, and you notice that there are long faded names carved into the stones of what would probably be various notable names interred into these stones as you go along, possibly a crypt of some kind, as you may expect. And nothing really stands out other than just basically you taking a note of the fact that there are stones that are different from the rest of them, that are not just part of the stonework for support. They're more or less a headstone that are now where the bodies are basically laid laterally into the walls there.
Right, and none of them look disturbed in any way. Or
nothing. Yeah, like for the most part, none of them look disturbed. Every now and then, you'll see a little bit of what looks like a greenish mold from various, sources of water above, and that have trickled down, and that's about it.
Gross. Let's continue.
Okay. So, Lumen Norvad, you are at the door now.
I'd like to gently test is there like a knob or like a... Yeah, I'd like to just gently test it to see if it will open.
So you go, you're slowly moving it, and you hear the inner workings kind of basically move out. There's a little bit of a spring tension, and it somewhat has a little bit of a squeak to it. Not a loud one, but it's just enough that you know that the knob is turning. Nothing so far. You move it all the way, and now you can tell that the door is free from its location. It's the locked position necessarily. You haven't opened it yet, but you've gone and turned the knob.
I kind of look back over my shoulder at Norvad and go, "Are you ready to do this?"
Let's make sure the party gets here.
Okay.
But I think like the minute someone comes around the corner or wherever they're seen, and he's like, "Okay, that's fine."
Okay, so yeah, you kind of poise
just
yourself.
Gently just kind of gently, as I let the knob go, just kind of gently push the door forward.
And you have now about a foot gap, and you can kind of see that there is it's illuminated chamber, right? You can't really see beyond what the door is showing you, but you can see that on the left-hand side, it opens to the right? And on the left-hand side, you notice that there are a few chains on the wall there that don't appear to be like embedded. You see pieces of rope, you see crates. Again, torches now are lit inside this room, and you can't tell anything otherwise other than just that one from that gap of where you have the door there. No one seems to be rushing you. You don't hear any footsteps on the other side, or nothing basically moving or clanking or anything like that.
Yeah. I think Lim is just going to, as soon as that they've confirmed that the rest of the party is kind of caught up and is more or less prepared to engage, they're going to slip into the room.
Okay. You go ahead and open it up, and you hear, "Papa, stop!" And go ahead and roll me a dexterity save.
Uh-oh.
Here we
As
go.
you pull the door forward a little bit further, you look at you hear a little whirring noise at the very top, and there was a string attached to the very top there, and it's gone and triggered something. And what is that dex save for me?
Only a 10. What are you
Only
doing
a
to
10.
me, D&D Beyond? What are you doing to me?
So
What
you go
did
ahead
I
and
do
now
to you?
you move the door somewhat at like I want to say maybe a 70-degree, not fully open, but just enough to, you can see the room now. And very, very quickly, you hear a bolt whiz by, and it gets embedded into your shoulder. I want you to make a Constitution saving throw, as this bolt from a crossbow that has been situated just above the door frame has now gone off and entered your body.
That's rude.
15.
15. Okay. The poison doesn't take hold. However, you do take. Oh, yeah. Let me do that part. 5 points of piercing damage.
There goes my temporary hit
From
points.
the crossbow go off, and the bolt falls, or it's still inside you, but you can. It's not fully embedded.
That was rude.
So you hear the girl go. You can see now the girl behind. There's this cage there, right? It looks like a smaller cage, and another cage just off to the other side there. You can't really see beyond this the swing of the door. You push it further a little bit open. Now you can see there are 2 cages, and appears to be a woman and a child. The girl is looking enthusiastically. You're not Papa. Is Papa with you?
Your Papa
And
is with me.
There is a hand basically kind of moving between all the sea of people that are kind of clamoring in front there behind Ekris.
Do you know what happened to the man who put you here?
And you keep at this point the farmer kind of tries to push past you and runs up to his daughter, Colette, and begins to hug her between the bars, and holds the hand of his dear wife, and just you're alive, thank you. At this point, the door is fully open. You can see now ahead of you, in the very center, there is this large, thick table, and to the left, the cages. The 2 figures are inside, obviously, and ahead of you, you see like a large, above 20 foot above, there is a wall that seems to break, and the stairs that go up to meet that, and on that, basically, it looks like some kind of observation deck. And in the middle of that wall on the far end, there is a door, and it's closed. You can smell now this recently burned smell. It looks like some kind of something was just burned recently. There are candles that have been kind of knocked down. The chair has been knocked prone. Various crates and barrels and whatnot have been somewhat opened, and it looks like it's just kind of a disarray there. There is also a bookshelf with pretty much nothing left on it. There's a few books on there, but nothing that strikes any kind of
Norvad, since he was right behind Loom, watching them get shanked by an arrow, and then the guy rushing past to his family, seeing the door, like eyes locking on the door, he says, "The family is now irrelevant," and he rushes up. He's not going to go into the door, but he's going to rush up towards the door.
Okay, so let me go ahead.
What were you saying, Michael?
I was just gonna say I'm gonna cast 3rd level aid on myself, Loom, and Harmond. So plus 10.
Ooh, nice.
Cleric.
Our cleric is great, and we really appreciate
Does it look like the
him.
family's heading out? Like they're kind of
No,
leaving?
they seem to be still. The two in the cages are still in the cages, and the
Can I
farmer
get
is
a-
now embracing them.
Yeah. Can I get a look at the lock? Whatever it is that's locking, that's got them locked in.
Yeah.
Do there appear to be any keys or anything anywhere?
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check now. And Norvad, you see that staircase. I'm going to have you. Basically, you're halfway there now. At this point, you're almost at the top of the stairs. You can see that the door is a little bit more sturdy than the one before. And what is that roll?
Oh, 7.
7.
Why?
So you're looking around now. Okay, this is not a high DC. You took a moment and looked around, and you can see that there are in fact keys that are hung up on a hook that is embedded into the wall there on the other side. So basically, opposite from where the door is that you came in on, just hung up there, along with a few other chains and whatnot.
Okay. Loom pulls down the set of keys and kind of passes them over to the farmer. Perhaps one of these will help to get your family out. As soon as they are free, the three of you should leave.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Understood. And he grabs them, immediately starts to kind of fiddle with them, switches over to the next one because it's maybe not the right one. And chink, you hear the clink from the door. And he opens the other one.
What's up, Ekris?
Ekris is kind of digging through his pack and pulls out a Morning Star and hands it to the farmer. And it's just this is something I do not use. It's something I picked up a while back. Make sure your family gets out safely.
Thank you. And he goes to hug you. He basically puts his arms out somewhat, but he's not too sure necessarily. And well, then after you extend your arm, we'll kind of just go in there and just you can hear under his muttered breath underneath your robes, your cloak on the top there. Mm-hmm. You hear just a thank you, and you hear what sounds like sobbing. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. My family's safe. Just be careful of the other one. And he'll kind of just point off into the other upper door there. I believe he might be in there. I don't know. Colette, let's go, my dear. And he'll, in hand, you watch as one of the other members of the vigil lead out after them and begin to follow them up towards through the hallway there, out of bounds. Norvad, now you can, at this point, you can reach up to the door. When you do, you see a lock, or what? Okay, sorry, not necessarily a lock. What looks like a recess right in the center of this door. This door is not wood. It looks like a darkened steel. And in the center of this door, there are 4 slots. What look like a rotating combination of sorts. And what you see ahead of you is, I'm going to have this. So now if you look at the main chat there, I have given you this puzzle.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I want to show
I have seen this puzzle before.
Have you?
I want to show the audience, but also I don't want them to give the answer because they're going to figure it out.
Oh yeah, they'll figure it out so quickly. I'll share it later.
Norvad looks and stares. Can someone come here, please?
You hear from above.
I'm on my way. Loom, bounds up.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and just give me a quick acrobatics.
Parkour.
Oh my god, I'm burning these digital dice. 12. I've rolled over a 10 once. It's
okay. In attempting to make up for a little bit of time, that you try to vault up to what is about the third of the way up on the stairs, and in doing so, you do get up there, but you land down and you basically you hit your knee right at the corner of one of the stairs, and it just sends that sharp pain, and you have to take a moment. Eventually, you get back up there, taking a little bit more time, and you eventually make it to this door, and you see this lock in front of you, or what appears to be some kind of recessed area with 4 locations, 4 little spots into it.
I need a piece of paper or something for this.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I don't have a pen.
I don't have a pen or paper, but I do have a notepad. And I use
I have this Cobalt Soul Journal.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. This is
I wonder if they'll be able to see this. Let me know, chat, if you see it. Do not put the answer in chat.
Please don't. I mean, I'm not looking at chat anyway, but please don't.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
I didn't know we even had a thing. Lol.
So the clues are written there?
The clues, seem to be written on the side there.
All right. Well, Odessa has been fuming, but she's kind of sidled up to the door. It's not 6, 2, 5, or 8.
That's correct.
I don't understand what we are looking at.
I love puzzles.
I do believe that 7 and 9 are two of the numbers that we might want to keep.
Yeah.
I believe 1 is also one of the numbers.
Yes.
I don't understand why we are looking at numbers.
Well, and if that's the case, then 1 has to be the second digit.
I believe that 5 is
Yes.
the third one.
Nope, it's not.
Sorry, not 5.
because it's
not.
Yeah. My apologies. 0, I think, then is probably
Yeah.
0.
0. So that means that 7 is correct, 9 is correct, 0
Why do I
is
not
correct,
see a 4?
and
A 4
1
should be
is
here.
correct. There is 1 4, but
Oh, I see a 4 now.
Yeah.
Now,
but
I'll just go ahead and do a little bit of exposition here. So you begin to decipher this whole thing, and this is just for those folks at home. Okay, so, and again, the chamber is fairly large. You have about a 30-foot by 40-foot chamber here. The ceiling goes up about 50 feet, so you can imagine how far the second story is. The stairs, again, on the far right-hand side, and just let me know when you have an answer that you wish to use, okay? So if you do decide on something, let me know if you're going to use that.
I did not ask to be doing linear algebra in my games.
I believe they are all wrong. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the correct.
That's the combination of my
sequence.
luggage, Norvad, not the answer to this lock.
But why not? It looks like there is a number sequence, and they do not remember how to put numbers together.
Norvad. Can you like go keep watch and make sure that nobody is coming down the hallway?
I can do that. Yes.
Thank you.
I believe that I have the answer, but I would like to make sure that
I think that's correct. Yeah.
is there a reason like we are not sure that 7 is one of the options?
The first 2 clues seem to remove 7 as a possible digit in this combination.
Yeah,
that's very
true.
fair. But that would mean that 4 and
But
4 is
no,
also not possible.
But I don't think the first 2 clues eliminate 7 at all. 1 digit in the second clue is still correct. It's just in the wrong place and looms.
But in the
First
top
one,
one,
though.
only 1 digit is right in the
In the
its
top
right
line, and that
place.
could be 9.
I'm very certain it is 9.
And then
It would say if it were 2 digits.
that's true.
that's-
That's true.
Oh, 2 digits are right,
Yeah.
but in the wrong place.
in the wrong
third
place.
clue,
Yeah.
we have already determined that 0
5
is
and 0.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
0 is correct.
Because 7's gone.
And 9 is correct, but
Mm-hmm.
5 and 7 are not.
What about 10?
0.
That is a number.
Yes.
Norvad.
In this case, it is
Oh.
0.
Don't make sure that
so-
crossbow doesn't have any more bolts in it, will you?
I can do that. Yes.
Okay.
So it's very possible that 4 or 3 are one of the correct numbers.
Norvad, if you want to go ahead and roll me a perception check or an investigation check.
Which one do you want? It's very important.
Let's go investigation. You're looking at the crossbow specifically.
Either one could be.
Hey, that's for
correct.
me. That's actually not bad. That's a 13 on the die, so that's an 11.
Okay, so with an 11, you head back over to the crossbow, and you notice that the string is relaxed or somewhat, relaxed. So there can't be anything else beyond it. It was just the one-time fire.
I think. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
At where you are, though, you can kind of see that there is a little bit more of that burned smell.
Okay.
Can Harmond try and identify the burn smell?
Go ahead. Yep, roll for
I
me.
got the dog nose.
Investigation.
Oh wait, I'm not in my lichen form. Otherwise, I'd get. Oh, okay. I have a dirty 20. Oh no. Oh no, are you private messaging me it?
Or he's frozen. Oh no, Gil's not frozen. Woohoo!
No.
Oh no.
No, so you don't have your lycanthrope. So just go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Yeah, it's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
So-
Okay. At this point, you can absolutely see. Okay, go ahead again. Interrupt me if you have the answer.
Well, this is the thing is I'm torn. There are two possible answers that it could be. It could be
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got. Oh, that's weird because I have something way different.
Oh.
There are 6 of us, so there's 6. We all have 10.
No,
fingers.
okay. How's that crossbow looking?
It's fixed. I think I will continue to look at it. Do we need it? I'll start to try to dismantle it.
Oh,
Okay,
we could actually. Sorry, idea. What if we set it back up, and if anybody tries to like come in and surprise us, you know, protect us in case of ambush.
This makes sense. I'm going to start trying to set it back up while they do this.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a crossbow handling check, just a regular dexterity check.
so I think we have two options here. It could be either one of these two, I think.
Going with that, I think it's the latter. From Ekris.
I just not okay. This is really just Kelly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th clue would seem to indicate that if 0 is one of the numbers, it's in the wrong place.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
It has to be. It has to be in the second position.
Mm-hmm.
This is the problem. It can't be in the second position because one of the digits in the very last group, one of the digits is right and is in its right place, and we've already determined that that's the 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So the 0 might actually be
And that 6 and 5 are incorrect.
So the 0 might be first, and then the other two numbers that we're
6, 5,
talking
and
about
8.
might be in the. Oh, nope. I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
If you're that confident, we'll go with it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're that confident, we're going with it because there's a time crunch apparently. So.
Yeah. Also,
Wow.
what was that smell?
Okay. I want you all to look at that. I just stopped it right there.
Whoa.
You had
I
exactly
got it.
10 minutes. However, this is what goes on. So you go and you're doing your thought mansion kind of thing. You're like, no, it's not this. Carry the 1, and then you actually like, okay, no, it's 0, 1, 3, 9. You hear a flash, and you hear these 2 large, what sound like bars on opposite ends of this door here. One at the very bottom and one at the very top. Go.
Rose doing Rose things, y'all.
We
Yeah, you
work
did it.
together.
No, that time
now-
I believe it's
now
5,
gone-
6, 7, 8. Oh, you have it.
No.
You what was your roll for your crossbow check? If you
Sorry, that was it was a 21.
21. Okay, so
Yeah.
you were actually able to restring it. The bolt is on the ground. It still has a little bit of poison on it, but you think it's probably going to be ineffective in that quantity that now that most of it has gone off on Loom's body, So, but it's still an effective, trap for a crossbow bolt. You go ahead and reset that, and you close the door. You hear a little click on the very top, and it is now sprung or set. So, with the rest of you, you hear Loom. You hear so after hearing the door go, a moment passes. And what do you do?
I actually need to hop out real fast. I'll be right back.
Sure. Okay.
Also,
So the rest of you are now noticing this door, and now somewhat, move in its place. It feels like a thing has been done. The door is still there, though.
What do you say, Harmond?
oh yeah, I rolled for the burning
Correct.
smell. Yeah.
You can absolutely smell it. You kind of still coming off that lycanthrope vibe that you had earlier in the night. You still have a little bit of that scent in you. You look down at the ground at the very below where the table is and where the chair has been overturned. You see what looks like a pile of burnt paper. You're not entirely sure what it is, but that is definitely the source from what you are seeing.
Oh, I would love to look through that and see if anything like survived. Any like
Oh.
fragments of parchment or what have you.
Great. All right. So head on down there, and I want you to. Okay, let's see. How do I do this? You can either. So now appearing over this pile of burned papers, right? It's various pieces of parchment that have been singed for the most part, and you can barely make out anything from where you're at. Go ahead and roll me. This time it's a different perception check. Sorry, an investigation check over this part of the paper here.
All right.
We'll get back to everyone just in time here, but I want this to
use my lucky dice tab. Oh, hey, 16 plus 6, that's 22.
22. Okay, good. So upon walking up to it, even just the motion of you walking up to it, the air moves around you. You can kind of see a little bit of these papers kind of flow a little bit, and pieces begin to fall off, as in just recently burned. You cannot pick them up. You know that you shouldn't pick them up. As soon as you do, they'll crumble. However, you can read the one on the very, very top. And it says, Inquisitor Altaber, I trust this letter finds you well. I have no doubt you've heard of the severity of the mission at hand. Even still, it seems they chose you yet again. I think the Council has put too much faith in you and your methods. Subterfuge suits the situation better, I think. Well, we will see how this plays out with your vegetable mancy. I look for your progress. Signed, Inquisitor Zalbin, and there are 2 letters after that, C and A.
Shit, my pen just died.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Pigeon saying coo. Kelly says shut up.
Okay. I have Inquisitor,
In
Altiver,
trouble.
vegetable mancy, and who? Okay.
I love that you write that down. It's great.
Vegetable mancy.
Vegetable mancy, yes.
and what was
And
that
then
last
at
part?
the very end, it is signed Inquisitor Zalben, Zalben, and Altaber is spelled Alteber. And there are the
Zalben?
initials C and A at behind Inquisitor Zalben.
Z is in Zulu or C is in Charlie?
C is in
Z is
Charlie.
yeah, oh, never mind. I heard Z. Yeah. Oops.
Oh, I heard Z as
Wait.
well. Okay.
All right, yeah.
C, A.
Okay.
And Charlie A is an apple.
Well, I'm curious as to who you thought that was. All right. We'll
No.
talk later.
No. I was thinking of a different spot.
Oh, but
See,
I saw
brain-
the other reactions.
Yeah,
We'll
no.
talk.
Wait, can you-
Brain goes.
Someone type that in chat, 'cause I'm just not hearing it right. In
No,
our chat,
it's
sorry.
it is Omega. It is exactly what you and I both
Okay.
thought at the same time.
And,
Yeah.
You know,
No, I meant the
I'm-
name. Sorry, but continue.
I'm gonna read that aloud for everybody as well.
Sure.
That way everybody gets it.
So I could type it. Go for it.
I already did. So you have
Yes.
Inquisitor Altaber and Inquisitor Zalben. So,
Odessa's eyes are like scrunched up. Vegetable
vegetable
Nancy?
mancy, yes.
Is this like sorcerer of a bunny that sucks vegetables or something? Who makes vegetable mancy?
Somebody who wants to cast a blight on a whole town.
go ahead and roll
That's
me
bad.
insight, Harmond.
Okay. That's a 30-20 as well.
30-20.
Wow.
Rolling.
You understand that
Fucking
you
good.
think this is more of a little bit of a rib that maybe the author of this communique here has little to no regard for the one addressed, and you're probably thinking that maybe the vegetable mancy is more just a joke than anything else. It's not a true form of a school of magic, more just a knowing that the mission at hand is to create this blight. So with that being said, everyone else up on the higher level there, you have now just gone and
That
Yeah.
was good teamwork. Thank
The
you all for
clang,
your help.
it echoes throughout the chamber. You can kind of hear, even you down there, Norvad, and you, Harmond. It's loud.
I will finish after I finish retying the crossbow. I will go back up the stairs.
Okay.
Crossbow.
Okay. All right. Then what?
Well,
Did you open the door?
I was getting ready to, but I figured I'd wait for all of you to see what's inside.
I don't know.
I'm so ready. Fuck, I love my job. Let's do this.
Fireman definitely woke up in a good mood.
I thought he woke up angry at me.
No, I think he just
Disappointed.
woke up.
Yeah, I wasn't mad. I was just disappointed, Norvad.
I think I disappointed 3 of you. My apologies.
no, you didn't disappoint me. I was just mad.
I angered and disappointed many people.
No, I was
Not-
very entertained.
I don't even know.
I wanted to come help the family, so
You all are saying a plethora of emotions that I'm trying to process.
We should probably attempt to put more focus on the processing of that after we dealt with this bastard inside this room. Sound good?
That I can do.
I can
Right.
do that.
Hacha.
Okay. Sorry, I thought I was muted. Oops.
Let's tail these veggie mancers.
I'm sorry. Somebody in the chat wrote, "I cast power word kale at 9th level."
Oh!
Nice points.
You guys beat me to it, you genius.
Chat, one for chat.
You to it.
So chat gets inspiration to
Chat
be
collaboration,
used.
absolutely.
I'm just glad we get to tell our veggie tales together.
I hate you, and we need to move on.
All I can ever
Oh,
do
hey,
is
that's what my ex-wife told me. Let's go.
we need to talk about this ex-wife thing at some point. Anyways,
No, we
yes.
don't. Let's move on.
If you keep bringing her
If Dad
up,
says
you're
move on.
going
All
to
right,
make
so-
me curious.
Nick.
It's
Nick.
a joke.
Let's go.
Yes, we're opening the door.
Okay.
Yes.
The door is quite heavy, but you're able to. It grinds against the ground, just being so heavy. And you look at where the hinge is on the other side, inside the door there, and it's massive. These things are like 2 inches wide. Just you feel you're looking inside this chamber. It's a small chamber. There is a small. Actually, the first thing you notice is the ground. What appears to have this large series of circles and semicircles, various geometric lines and sigils everywhere. You can ascertain that. Well, go ahead and anyone who has a Arcana skill, go ahead and roll me the Arcana check.
Ooh, are we in an Arcana group? I feel like the person who would roll Arcana just walked away.
Oh, okay, possibly.
I don't think
Everyone else can roll a perception or investigation, depending on what you're trying to do here.
I'm just gonna look. So it's gonna be
Okay, go roll me perception.
I am going to try to ascertain specifics, so I will roll investigation.
Odessa investigates with a natural 20.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Nice.
I got a
the-
17.
Okay.
18 on my perception.
Okay.
Odessa reads a lot of books.
That's a 7.
And all right, 7 for you, Ekris.
9.
Hey,
9. All
Michael.
right, so
Nine.
Liros, go ahead and roll me either. Oh, you heard it. Okay.
I was about to say, are you proficient in Arcana?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope,
okay,
just
never
go
mind.
me. Go ahead
This
and roll
is
me
not
a,
the Arcana
investigation
group.
check.
We know nothing about
You
magic.
said investigation?
Oh, we know
Yeah,
lots
yeah.
about the magic. We just don't know a lot about that specific type of magic.
That's true.
12.
12. All right. So for Loom, Norvad, and Odessa, you look beneath you and you see this large series of semicircles and basically sprawled out lines and geometric figures, and you think that this was some kind of magic platform. You're not entirely sure what it does, but for those who just entered right now, you feel this devoid of energy. It feels like something has just happened here and you just caught the very tail end of it.
I think someone just left.
And that's why I asked you about what we were doing immediately. You had quite literally a round of an action to do anything. And close, so close. However, the perpetrator is gone.
However, the vegetable puns were probably worth it.
Yeah, the vegetable mancer
Oh,
is
so
gone,
worth
or
it.
one of them anyway.
Hmm.
I think that guy was Inquisitor, person, man. Also-
Inquisitor or apprentice? Do we know if the apprentice
You
had
heard the
any-
farmer say apprentice.
We might have killed the actual Inquisitor.
Oh, sick.
But now their apprentice will go return and tell whoever what has happened.
Fine.
At
I
least
mean,
for
fine.
now.
Then we know who's behind it all.
Yeah, whoever this CA thing is, or what have you.
I'm sure it's
least-
nothing important.
I do not know.
At the very least, it seems we have stopped these pricks in their traps, and perhaps the blight might finally ease.
I believe at least, yes, the immediate problem is solved. And now the folks of Allfield will be able to go back to the way things were. Though they're all still the
They-
gnolls.
Just the knolls. Yeah, I'm still mad that we haven't seen any knolls.
We should perhaps make sure they know that this room is here, and that they should take better care securing their graveyard.
Odessa would like to, before they leave the room, given the natural 20, I'll see if you let me do this, recognize enough of it to go around and scuff out the circle.
Sure, go ahead. Yeah,
But,
you're
yeah,
walking
can't
around
be
there,
come
and
back.
you enter the chamber. That's a small chamber. Maybe 3 of you can kind of fit somewhat. I'm actually 4 of you. Realistically, 4 of you. There are corners that on the far end of the little small chamber. The corners are kind of rounded off, so there's not much room other than just maybe 4 of you maximum.
Mhm.
It's basically a 10-foot by 10-foot chamber with the ground or the circle on the ground there, and you're looking at it, and you can surmise that if that guy was supposed to be here and he's no longer here, and there is this circle on the ground, that he probably used some kind of magic using this circle to escape.
So let's make sure he can't come back. And she scuffs a whole bunch of it out.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me just a regular strength check then. You got tools on you. You've and also there are various items down in this chamber. The one below that you could possibly use. There are a few picks. There are again chains and whatnot you can probably use to scuff up the marks.
16.
16. That's good enough. Yeah, you can do enough damage to it. Again, the rest of you can see this happen. So if you want to join in, you're more than welcome to. You can see you do enough of the damage where you think that this is probably good enough that it won't do any kind of reoccurring spell of this type.
Good idea, Odessa.
Yeah, well, I read about it in a book once. They could be like, whoop, and then whoop, in another place. So I thought, maybe.
Is that the sound that it makes?
I don't know. I'm kind of mad that we didn't have the door open because then I could have found out.
I'm sorry.
I just imagine that's what it sounds like. Whoop.
Next time I'll try to get the door open faster.
It's okay. I think you did really well. I'm just saying.
You
I
did
had a
amazing. Question, yes.
So my channel divinity, it doesn't say anything about having to see a person. It just says target any large or smaller creature that has blood within 60 feet of you. Obviously, I'm gonna have to try and figure out where, I don't know where they are or if they are nearby, but if there's like a way, if you want me to make a roll, because I wouldn't know exactly where they were, but it would be more of like a way to like reach out my senses maybe.
Does it not rely on eyesight?
It doesn't say it. It just says you can use your channel divinity to target a large or small creature that has blood within 60 feet of you.
Interesting.
Does he have blood within 60 feet?
He was
Well,
well
many
within-
people do, but like I'm trying to see if I can sense someone who is other than the people who I know. Are
I
around.
see what you mean. I see. You're saying like he went invisible or something.
Oh no, or even like past like a wall or something.
Like he just vamped out instead of.
He's like on the
Not
other
far.
side of a barrier, but not too far.
Got you. That's smart.
That's great.
A very good question, actually. So let's go and look through.
I think it has to be in the Tal'Dorei book.
Yeah, I don't know if
or-
you're looking in the actual in the actual Wildemount because it's not in there.
I could look it up because I'm just looking at D&D Beyond, but I also have the book here. So if you want me to pull that up, you can do that. Just to double check. I suppose.
I'm gonna take this chance to say, make sure you get your crap wrong thing.
So I can
Make
read
sure
it
you-
word for word. Oh, go ahead.
Make sure you do exclamation Woody to win, for a chance to win the digital copy of Spoilers Guide to Wildemount. And I will ban you all. Continue.
You want me to read this, Go?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
All right, I'll read it word for word. Channel Divinity, Blood Puppet. Starting at second level, you can use your Channel Divinity to briefly control a creature's actions against their will. As an action, you target a large or smaller creature that has blood within 60 feet of you. Creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC or immediately move half their movement in any direction your choice, and make a single weapon attack against a creature of your choice within range. Dead or unconscious creatures automatically fail their saving throw. At 8th level, you can target a huge or smaller creature.
Interesting. I'm not sure how to rule it going further. I'll go and consult the oracles, if it were, as it were.
Sure.
I will say for now, you try to attempt to do that, and you don't find any other target within that 60 feet.
Okay,
So-
I'll burn it. I'll burn it too.
So yeah, you go ahead and you focus yourself here. You're thinking maybe there could be some kind of antechamber or another secret passageway, and you steady yourself, and nothing other than the targets that you have with you around you, your companions basically.
Anyone who saw me at the moment doing that, you just see like these little like very faint tendrils, not like the ones you've seen me actively use on everyone and adversaries in the party, but you just see like these little small, barely imperceptible tendrils that kind of reach out, and then they all just come back to me, and I have no idea where they are. I'm still like looking around.
Well, it seems as if the person we were looking for is gone. So perhaps we should head back and properly rest.
Good work, everyone. There are plenty of pastries waiting back.
I know. There's some
Let's
in my
go.
pocket, but I think they might have been in there for a while.
Let's go get you something that is not stale. And besides,
I'll have
I do believe I have a reward donut waiting for me. What was that, Harmond?
Oh, I was gonna say I'll have one anyway.
Okay, and she kind of reaches into her pocket and she actually pulls out a croissant.
Oh,
You know, if you look at this funny, it kind of looks like an iguana, but here you go.
Hey,
She
don't
hands
worry.
it over.
Literally, to make blood hunters, I'm pretty sure they use just random cleaning products that they find like underneath a sink. So I can handle anything.
Oh,
The
dear.
croissant is actually not stale; it's just flattened.
It's actually not stale. It's just flattened.
That's fine.
Really,
You
good.
got them like maybe 7 hours prior or so. So
Well, if it was from that purchase, yeah.
oh, understood. You know what? Go ahead and roll me a
Pocket
d20. Just
pastries.
give me high or low here.
Oh no, now I'm okay. I'm not going to mention that. I'm not going to give you ideas.
Wait, me?
Go ahead and roll for me though.
Me?
Yeah, d20.
Oh heck.
High or low? High is a one of the fresher ones, and low is has seen a few days.
Oh no, not 3. I don't need 3 d20s. I just need 1.
I've done that before. I don't know how to deselect that.
13, so it's fresher,
13.
I guess.
All right, so yeah, it's again flat but fine.
See, Ekris gets it.
All right, everybody, to bed, to town, and then to bed. Every single one of you.
Okay, Odessa, you do know that the map is not complete in your book too. That there are 2 other directions, but for the most part, you guys are done here.
I feel
You
that maybe I
can,
should tell you that there are some places we could still explore down here, but they might also just contain dead people.
Are we wanting to explore more down here?
I mean, sometimes they bury cool things with dead people.
That's absolutely true, and they don't need them anymore.
I mean, why would they need that anyway? Probably no. Oh,
I'm totally down for anything. I'm feeling great.
What do y'all think? Should we go back to town? Should we explore?
I think, if anything, our priority would be to figure out who this apprentice is. If
And
staying
then-
down here and looking around.
Maybe he like graffitied his name on a wall, like if there's a bathroom or something.
There could have been other parts of this mausoleum that they were this crypt that they were using for part of their work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, clues, things we can steal and sell for money.
What?
Clues. What?
Harmond.
I mean, it's technically not stealing if they're,
We are not grave robbers.
Oh, you don't have to convince me. But if that's how Norvad feels about it.
Okay, so we're gonna. She pulls out the map and kind of crouches down and puts it on the floor. And
There's a table in the middle of the.
No, I crouched down and put it on the
You
floor.
put it on the floor, okay.
Listen.
I knew that was going to be your answer. I just wanted to jump.
Where we are, we can go down the hallway back to the left, and we're going to reach the intersection. We can go right to get out. We can go left to find a hallway that is ? We can go forward and around another corner to find another hallway that is a ? So
we could also split up, those of us with...
we're not splitting up, Harmond. No.
Is splitting up a bad idea?
Yes.
Oh.
Listen, just...
Oh, I'm not trying to question you as though it is.
Oh, I'm just saying that there's books and there's books that I read a lot, and it never ends well when they split up the party.
Odessa is correct. From things that I have experienced in the past, it's best if you are to split up that you have a means to communicate with one another. And since we don't have that, at least, I don't think it's wise for us to go on and not as a complete unit.
What do you think, Ekris? Mr. Quiet and Broody over there with
so
your
broody
horns and your red skin and your golden eyes, so mysterious.
Are
I
you
don't
checking him out?
know about Broody, but I can communicate just by shouting very loudly, if that helps.
Oh man, so can I.
That
We
totally
could do that.
helps.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Ekris, I'm not going to yell into my microphone. Hey, Ekris, what do you think we should do?
Sound reverberates throughout the whole chamber, and everyone hears it.
Yeah. Ekris is like, all right, and casts thaumaturgy to just respond.
Oh boy. I plug my
Great.
ears.
Now anything that's in this tomb will know we're here.
6.
We are very good at this.
We are.
I'm sorry. I thought this was we were demonstrating how we
No.
would communicate.
I mean,
Ekris,
I'm
that was
impressed.
Great. That was very, very, very nice.
That was
All
great.
right.
Have
Do
you
we
ever
want to
thought
go-
about- have you ever thought about being a vocalist? Mr. Ekris.
So he's talking to you.
It's never crossed my mind, but I can't say I've not considered it. It's just I've never thought about it.
We could make a band. Anyway, and she just kind of rolls the map up and sticks it in her bag. Should we go?
Yeah, let's see what's behind doors 1 and 2.
Were they arbitrary numbers?
Telling me?
Mhm.
No, I'm that's Odessa asking why those are doors 1 and 2. Were they just arbitrarily? Never mind.
We
That-
can name them 3 and 4 if that makes it better.
Listen,
Or 6 and 9. Haha. And Loom kind of
Nice.
skips out.
yes.
And Loom kind of
All
skips
right.
ahead out of the room towards the.
I don't trust the DM that he's being all concentrated on something.
he's
Oh no! Oh no!
doing it
Oh,
doing
no.
a
Look at the
twitch.
smile.
All right.
No.
So
What did he
God
just
is
do?
cursing us for our hubris.
yeah. All right. So
Did you
head
just
on
get
up
clarification
and
on something? I'm gonna be real mad.
No, he just tagged
Who's
us
in
in
front?
our puzzle time.
Oh,
Who's in-
okay, good.
Who's in the very front?
Loom,
All right. Go ahead and roll me dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
of course.
Oh, the
no, we armed the
crossbow! You forgot to
Exactly.
undo the crossbow.
We're shooting
Crossbow.
them again.
Oh no.
Twice on the same person.
Oh, great. 22.
22.
But
You-
I know this time that it's going to
Yeah,
happen.
exactly. So you go to open, you're like, oh shit. And you kind of do this one, move your head back immediately, and the bolt sticks right into the door. You're not even fully open now. It's like
I would like to disarm this thing.
fairly easy enough. Go ahead and roll. Yeah, actually, you know what? You don't even need to roll it. You look at the string above, and you realize that if you pulled down on that, if you jumped up and pulled down on that, the whole contraption would fall down. It's barely loosely rigged
who
up with
reset
like
this?
wooden beams and like nails into the stonework.
Who reset this? This was
I
a
was
sprung
told,
trap.
I was told to reset
Odessa
it.
is no longer in the room.
I thought there
Okay.
would be.
You've now kind of moved
Odessa
past
has
as you're arguing
gone.
about the crossbow
Mhm.
bolt that is still now in the door. A few of you
Yep.
kind of have to like bob a little bit to weave going past it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Honey,
that was-
I'm
that
going
was
to
my fault.
deactivate it now.
I was told that it might be useful. I apologize.
No,
Oh, you
no,
don't
no,
have to
it's-
say sorry. It was a good instinct. I just wanted to make sure I know exactly who to light up if I needed to for nearly getting me shot again. But that is my own fault, actually. I should have been paying attention. Anyways.
Should I reattach it for
No. It's
whoever
done.
else?
No.
It's
We are
down on the
retiring
ground.
this
The
trap.
crossbow itself seems to have been like stomped on and broken right at the haft of it. So probably not able to do anything else with it. You leave the door behind you there, and you make your way over to that center crossroads area where on your right this time is the stairway up, and you have two choices, one ahead of you and one to your left.
Hey, Gil, just real quick, there's a question in the Zoom chat for you.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Where were we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead and so you want to attune to it?
Well, I was trying to investigate. I should have like investigated and tuned to it during the rest. Yeah.
I'll let you do it right now. Even like you can even do it right now. Just go ahead and give me an investigation as you look into it. Yes,
Oh, boy.
the item is still on you, so it's not like it's unattuned, if you will.
It was gonna be a Michael roll. It's probably doesn't matter. I rolled a 2.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
so
Michael!
a 3 total if I was doing Arcana.
I'm gonna forge you a die that
no.
just has 2s all over them.
Sure.
You
Hey,
should-
I still want a dice from you. Like I remember
know
when
what
you were
you
first
need?
setting that up as a whole business. You're like, hey, Michael, I'm doing this thing.
Yeah.
You know
I'll
what
take
you
it.
need? You need one of those high
High va-
varietal, the high variant die.
Mhm.
You need some high variant dice.
The other means you're gonna roll more natural ones. Let's be real.
My bag of high variant die.
All right. So
They're
you
cursed
make-
objects. High variant dice are so cursed.
All right. So Lirros, you can't really. You're looking down at this object, and it's still emanating that greenish glow. Still cold to the touch whenever you put your hand near it, and you can't really tell anything beyond the fact that it's just either depending on your perception, a cool-looking lantern or a creepy-looking lantern.
Okay. Well, next time we have a rester or something, I will attune to it.
All right, sure. So now you head over to the crossroads. Which direction are you going to go?
Let's go ahead and take that first left. How does that sound to everyone?
Odessa's already halfway down that hall.
So
Oh,
Believe
yeah.
you
that's
can
been
hear
answered
the
for.
from her feet, just kind of marching down. And Odessa, you see in front of you, there is the pathway continues moving forward. And on your right, there is a short split off, which looks like to be another kind of like a chamber of some sort. You can kind of see a few open crypts there, or not open, but sarcophagi embedded into these walls. This time facing parallel with the walls, not embedded into them perpendicularly.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna wait for everybody, but she
Okay.
just made a decision. You may want to check Zoom chat again, Gil.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we all follow. I mean, I think we all follow.
Yep, I'm following.
for sure.
Odessa's like
All
that little bird in the video that's just.
It's dark still, so
all right.
I relight my blah, 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 quarterstaff.
Okay, you light it again, and you now can see this one little chamber there. It looks like to be actually you see on the very top there is a name above the doorway there in stone, embedded into stone with the words or the letters Gozen. Gozen.
Is that an N or an O? She's like brushing dust off. It could be an O. Gozen? No? Gozen. Okay, it's Gozen. We're fine.
That
Yep.
name ring bells for anyone? I'm guessing the answer to that is no.
No, it absolutely doesn't.
I don't know what it even says.
It says Gozen.
I saw the G. I did not recognize the rest.
That is fair. Anything else that seems to be important about this particular doorway, or
Doorway itself, no.
I
And
would like to.
the pathway that you were continuing on continues down further.
Do we want to try this door?
The doorway
Sure.
is open. It's completely
Oh,
open,
okay,
and you can
okay,
see
okay.
inside this chamber here.
I mean, I can. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
let's go meet Mr. Gozen.
You
Pay
walk
our
in there.
respects.
You walk in there, and you can see various sarcophagi again on the sides here, pretty much stacked too high, every like 10 feet or so. The room is somewhat elongated in order to fit everyone in this family. You can see the names of a Drandel G. You have a Marion G, a Pete G. You have another. What did I say?
Marianne, Randall, Pete.
Elmaro G, and just a various few names there. You can imagine they are probably all in the same family.
This seems like a end that we do not need to enter into.
I think you are correct. Let's leave this family to rest in peace.
Okay, you head back out to the main hallway there. Do you continue going down that same path? Because it continues further. You actually Loom, you can see the end there. It stops and it goes to your right.
Okay. I can see a turnoff to the right. How much do you want to bet this meets up with the end of the other hall?
I do not know. I've never been before.
We can find out.
Let's do it.
So you make your way down there. You see, actually, even before you get there, there is a door right at the very entrance the very curve here. It's not curve, but the immediate right angle. There's a door right there, and it looks like there's a few chains keeping it from being opened. Nothing that you couldn't undo, but it was just chained up there.
Well, that's not frightening at all.
What's frightening about it? It is just chains.
What is it chained for?
Yeah,
don't
usually you don't need to. Well, actually,
Recall seeing many chains in past mausoleums.
That's all very exciting.
Can I inspect or check out the chains to see if they hold any meaning or if there's any inscriptions on them or anything?
Go for it. Roll an investigation.
Here we go.
don't know why you keep rolling, knowing your rolls.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
That's better. 11.
Okay, you're looking at this chain, and it doesn't appear to be any kind of special looking chain. There's no inscriptions on it. There's no, you're looking for runes or any kind of writing. Nothing really. It just seems to be a very, very rusted chain from being down here. Who knows how long? And there's a lock, kind of, holding these 4 chains that kind of go to the center of the door there, and it's a very, very, very old lock.
Do you want to go inside?
May I?
Please do.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a lockpick check.
Yeah. As soon as the doors open, I would like to cast or use Divine Sense.
Okay.
In this case, would that
Once
be
they're open.
a sleight of hand check, DM?
Yeah, correct.
I'm going to it's going to be 2 things: me watching you, helping where you go, but I'm also going to cast guidance.
You get an additional D4 to that.
Add a D4.
Ooh. 25. No issue. In fact, all of the inner workings seem to be rusted, and you just kind of like bypass all of the little tumblers and the springs and whatnot by just coring right through it with your tools, and you can hear it kind of goes. The chains immediately, fall down from not being taut anymore, and the door kind of partially moves open, being that there's no handle there. It's just the chains holding it together. You can see a glow. Ekris, right at that moment you begin to cast it, you feel an intense undead presence as a figure basically coalesces through the open door and goes, I have been watching you. And that's where we're going to end
creepy.
today's episode.
And that is what Odessa says. Well, that's creepy.
Well, that's creepy.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Sir.
I was hoping you'd get to that point.
Yeah.
I know we're a
We
little rushed
did
here,
it.
but
wow.
No, but thank
my
you. Thank you
God.
for being like, there is, by the way, more of this that you could look at.
just
Yeah.
a
Just
little
saying.
nudge, nudge.
So happy.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to die.
No, we're gonna be
we got a
fine.
long rest.
We're gonna be fine.
Right.
Wow. Well, thank you all for being here. We're gonna get this giveaway rolling soon. Let's go around and say who we are and where we can find you. We're gonna start with Mike.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike, I guess. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok under Mike, I guess. And you can find me coming soon to a new Vampire the Masquerade live stream called Fangs of New York.
Nice.
Dates coming soon.
Kelly.
Hello, I'm Kelly, mostly known as the Opera Geek. You can obviously find me here on Saturdays because you're here right now. You can also find me on Mondays at 8:30 p.m. on Wandering DM's channel playing wizard in Rime of the Frost Maiden. And otherwise, you can check my Twitter. I always post when I'm going to go live. Currently, I'm streaming through the new Path of Exile League that just dropped yesterday. So, yay! This is Scotty. He just wants a treat.
Oh, Scotty.
He's the sweetest. Look at
Michael.
the baby.
Hello, I'm Michael Sinclair II. I go by Michael Crits everywhere, including Twitch and Twitter. I am going to be into the next season of Into the Motherlands, which starts on Wednesday, the 21st. I'm also in Fae Forge Academy podcast. Episodes drop every Friday, wherever you find podcasts. I am on the second star to the right every other Friday. So we had this episode this Friday, so just keep tracking with that. And then I am playing more Magic the Gathering on my own channel when I can find the time between my studies. So the new set dropped, and I've been playing some of that Magic the Gathering goodness. So that's me, and that's what I do.
Aki.
Hi, everybody. I am Aki, and you can find me on Twitter at MixGenie in a Bottle. That's MXGINIINABOTTLE. My entire Twitch streaming schedule can be found over at my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/ShidareAki. That's SHIDAREAKI. Not much going on out of the normal. But you can catch me and CB over on Saving Throw Show playing New Pantheon, where we are empowered teenagers trying our very best to make it through the school year. That is at 4 p.m. PT.
Nick.
All right. Hey, I'm Nick the Tiefling. You can find me on TikTok, Twitter, and Twitch, all at Nick the Tiefling. You can also catch me Wednesday evenings at 5:30 Pacific on Fae Fiends N Friends, where I play another Paladin, Paladin Oath of Glory in a completely homebrewed world, which has been really fun. It's a lot of chaos and
Nick, do you
silliness.
like Paladins?
Yes, I is there like a theme here?
He surely does.
By chance?
Yeah.
He surely does.
You can also on my own Twitch channel currently playing through Skyrim for the first time, so that's been fun. And yeah, check me out on Twitter. I tweet when I go live. So thank you.
And he has a new affiliate, so go subscribe to him on Twitch.
I am a new affiliate.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Gil.
Hey folks, I'm known as Gil Ramirez. You can find me pretty much everywhere at Gil the Vlogsmith, VLOG this time, not B or anything else. Yeah, you can find me mostly on Twitter. I tend to interact there the most, and obviously I'm happy to be here. I love this group so much, and yeah, just thank you for allowing me.
Yeah, you know me, Omega Jones, also known as Critical Bard. This is my channel. Catch me doing other things. You can actually catch me in literally 30 minutes over on Lark Network as I do more D&D because I'm a mess. You can also catch me tomorrow on Saving Throw Show with Aki. Catch me on Mondays on Rel Smith playing Sir Godfrey Gwillem in their Curse of Strahd campaign, and catch me everywhere doing all the things. Let's roll this winner really quickly. The winner of the Explorer's Guide to Wildemount digital copy, courtesy of D&D Beyond, is Super Baka Bros. I will be reaching out to you to get you your code. Thank you all so much for being here. Shout out to Mythomatic in the what happened.
No, it's their name. It's the name.
The name is hilarious. We've had some great names come through here for these giveaways. It's
These are good.
Yeah, Super Rocket Bros is amazing. We're gonna go raid our friends over at Chaotic Tiefling as they put on we don't say the name. We're gonna go show them
when all
some
the
love
internet's
right
a stage.
Big shout out to Cord, aka Mythomatic, behind the scenes doing all of our tech. Amazing individual. Make sure you support him and all the things he does at Mythomatic across all social medias, I believe. And hey, until next time, stay wild, y'all. Bye.
Stay wild.